welcome to Monday and what I eat in a week. I'm gonna share realistic what I eat in a week with my attempt at gluten-free. It is definitely not gonna be a perfect week. It's not gonna be perfectly gluten-free, but I will do the best I can in the meals that I have and the choices that I make. So I'm gonna do a full 7 days, so including the work week and the weekends, and just show you basically what I eat. It's not gonna be a healthy thing. I'm not gonna have bowls or salads. It's not gonna be aesthetic. It's gonna be real life, realistic. Definitely gonna have some meals repeated. Definitely gonna have some like go-to snacks that I'll share. I'll try some different variety of foods, but we'll see at the end of the week what I ended up eating. So if you're new here, my name is Laura and I am a mom of 3 living in California, and I hope that you stick around and follow along with more Life of the Troxels. So let's get to it. So I did want to add that I am not gluten-free for health reasons. My husband is gluten-free, and we're attempting to change our diet in order to accommodate that. This is a recent discovery. So I'm trying to be gluten-free, but I don't have to be gluten-free 100% of the time for health or medical reasons. So I make some adjustments where I can. It's a learning process as we're trying to figure this out, but I figured that I would share if that was also something that that's part of your lifestyle, that you're going gluten-free as well. So here's my breakfast. It is now 10:30 and I'm eating breakfast, but I wanted to do some fried eggs, but we had like a little avocado oil situation where everything stuck to the pan. So surprise, I'm having scrambled eggs. And then a maple donut. And then I put these collagen peptides into the coffee that I got this morning. So I've talked about these collagen peptides before in a video. I got them from Thrive Market, and I was having them in my coffee every day, but then I was getting like a little cramp in my side. And so I stopped taking it, and then the cramp went away, and then now I'm taking it again. So I don't know if it was related to this or not, but I do want to give it a try. I do want to take it more. Like, I have some serious little postpartum hair growth. Tuck it away. You can't see it. So I'm trying to incorporate that more into my coffee and the things that I'm eating. But I have my eggs, which was a fail. I have a hatred of avocado oil spray. It is not nonstick spray. They say it's nonstick, and it is not, because every time I use it, my food sticks. So it's not nonstick. So I've got my scrambled eggs and my donut, and then later today I'm gonna go grocery shopping. I have a couple meals planned out for this week that are gonna be really good. Some recipes that my family likes to eat a lot, that I think are really good to share. So today I decided to go get sushi, and I was really busy, and it was already like it was maybe like 12:30 when I realized I didn't have the food in my fridge. And so I'm like, okay, let me order it on DoorDash for delivery. And it was gonna be like $45 or like $42 or something like that to get it delivered with DoorDash. And I was like, no. So then I said, okay, how much would it be if I just did it for pickup? Because it's not that far. And it was gonna be like $30. So I just looked it up. It was gonna be $32. And so I was like, okay, that's better, but it's not great. So I ended up calling the place, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna order it directly and call them. And they're doing a special where if you order 2 rolls, you get them for $19.99. And so by calling the place directly and actually talking to a human, I cut the price in half. So my 2 rolls were only 20 bucks and change. and instead of $42 for the convenience. It took me 20 minutes to drive there and pick it up and come back. So even though I'm eating lunch and it's almost 2 o'clock, totally worth it for the bind that I was in. And then I'm really looking forward to a home cooked meal tonight. So it's about 4:30, 4:38 actually, and I'm gonna head out and pick up my kids. So I always grab a snack for the road just because it'll be a few hours before I actually get to eat dinner. And so I've been loving these Lara bars, but specifically the chocolate chip cookie dough. Just they're really simple ingredients and really delicious. So this is kind of like my go-to afternoon snack. Dinner this night was salmon, green beans, and orzo with feta cheese. And this time was our first time trying the gluten-free orzo, which was really good, a really close replacement to the usual. So this is a family recipe. You do a 3-minute soft-boiled egg and put some seasoned salt and some toast and mix it all together. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's all put together. So it's cooled down enough to eat, to kind of scoop out from the shell. So I just mash it up, mix it up. And seasoned salt. And then I only did half the toast, so there's the other half. So I have my breakfast here, my toast. This is not gluten-free, but you could do gluten-free toast and mix it in. It's definitely not aesthetic, but it is delicious, super easy, and a nice switch up from just like the basic scrambled eggs or fried eggs. So for my coffee at home, I do a few different things. So today I'm gonna do this cold brew. So I've got my ice, and then fill this up like 3/4. And then I just use whatever milk we have, usually just whole milk because of my kids. And then a little of this creamer. It's like sweet cream. It's whatever. Top it off. Also, if you guys have a suggestion for your favorite kind of like at-home coffee, I love iced coffee the best, but I'll do hot coffee too. And we have a Nespresso machine, we have a Keurig machine, and then I also buy the like coffee concentrate. I have a couple different creamers that I've tried, but I haven't found anything that I love as much as going and getting Coffee Bean or even Starbucks. So to save money and avoid eating out for coffee every morning, I make some at home, but it just doesn't hit the spot. So I would really like a at-home coffee suggestion. So for lunch, I just have leftovers from last night. So green beans, the salmon, and the orzo. And I just put some sriracha on top and kind of mix it together to be like a little bowl. I don't know if the sriracha is going to be good, but like, isn't sriracha always good? Just kind of like mix up the flavors a little bit. So it's like 1:15 exactly right now. So I am definitely hungry and I'm gonna eat this up. After all that fish and like the sriracha and things like that, I kind of want something sweet to like cleanse my mouth from it. So I have this cookie dough that I made and has been in the fridge. So I'm going to just have a couple bites of this with like a spoon and have this kind of at lunchtime. And I don't know about most people, but I personally like my sweet stuff earlier in the day. Usually right after lunch, I like to have my dessert, and then I won't have any dessert after dinner, like right before bed. I also like my sweet stuff in the morning. I like sweet coffee. I had a donut yesterday. So I'm definitely like a lunchtime dessert kind of person rather than a dinner time dessert kind of person. But let me know what kind of person you are. Do you like your dessert at lunchtime or at dinner? Or at both?
Dinner was ground beef and cauliflower rice casserole, and I'll tell you more about it later.
I am gonna try this gluten-free bread. This is kind of the only option that's at like the basic Ralph's grocery store. But it's also like dairy-free, soy, nuts, gluten-free. The pieces are very small. I'll show you when I take it out. So I don't know if there's exactly what I want for breakfast today, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I got a small coffee today instead of the large, and so I'll have this. I'll have some more collagen, and this is all I've had so far. It's a couple sips of this on an empty stomach, and it's already 9 o'clock, so definitely looking forward to my breakfast. So now that I have it open, look at the size of this compared to a normal slice of bread. Like normal sandwich bread. This is so cute. It's like, give that to my kids. So I definitely want to try a new gluten-free bread, but this is not going to cut it for what I want today. So I'll just use the bread for my sandwich today. But, you know, if you had another loaf that maybe wasn't quite so puny, you could use gluten-free for what I'm going to make today. Good morning. Welcome to Wednesday. So I had a little bit of a fail with the bread. So this is not gluten-free bread, but it's super easy to just like swap it out. But since I wanted to make a breakfast sandwich, I needed like the bigger size. And so this breakfast sandwich is just a fried egg. And then I put a little slice of cheese, some lettuce, and then I like mayo on it, but you can do some sort of, if you want like another little spread, it kind of helps make it creamy. And then I toast the bread. So we have this super easy with the 2 fried eggs. And I used that avocado spray again, and it was better than Monday. I was like actually able to make it a fried egg versus like a scramble, but it still sticks too much. So I'm gonna have to kind of figure out how I'm gonna do those types of sprays. And then I cut my sandwich down the middle, and I think it tastes better this way. But I know some people are like cut it across into triangles. So let me know how you cut your sandwiches. Are you a down the middle or an across? The only time I cut it across is for grilled cheese that I'm dunking into tomato soup, because you need the corner to make it easy to dunk. And then I've got my coffee, my medium size today, got my collagen that I added to it, and I'll be good to go. Okay, I am back for lunch. It is 11:41 right now, and I'm already hungry for lunch. And that means that my breakfast didn't even make it 3 hours to fill me up, and I'm already hungry. So I think it was because it was only 2 eggs, and usually I eat 3 eggs in the morning, so I was like missing a little bit of the protein. I just realized I didn't put any turkey on it. I usually put some sort of like lunch meat, like usually turkey, on that sandwich. Oh, knew I was missing something. That would have made a big difference. I bet I think I'll do that tomorrow for breakfast too. So I'm gonna have some leftovers from last night. This size. We had 2 of these left over, so my husband had one and I had one, and it definitely doesn't look very appetizing. And I realized I didn't really talk about what this is. So it's cauliflower rice casserole. So it's cauliflower rice, ground beef, some spinach, some onion, and a little bit of cheese on top, and then you mix it with sour cream all together. So it is gluten-free. It's actually a keto meal, and we really enjoy this meal. I make it about every other week, and then I usually make a double batch and put a second casserole in the freezer so it freezes really well, and it's a great like weeknight meal when you don't want to cook. It also makes really good leftovers, so it's something that I like. So I made it on Tuesday, so I'd have leftovers today for lunch. And this is definitely a family go-to.
So this afternoon, I had an apple and some mozzarella cheese as a snack. Apples and cheese is like my go-to snack whenever possible. As well as I got some frozen yogurt with my 4-year-old daughter when I picked her up from daycare that day. This is one of my favorite weeknight meals. It's like crispy chicken Caesar wraps. And obviously, these are not gluten-free, but they have gluten-free chicken nuggets, and you can use gluten-free tortillas or corn tortillas, or even make it into a salad. My husband likes to just make like a little salad with the chicken on top, some cheese, some Caesar dressing, some lettuce, some avocado, and it makes just like a super quick and easy weeknight meal. And we've made this a few times before, when we've been camping or things like that. So just real quick and easy. And breakfast the next day, I attempted my breakfast sandwich again, and it went much better. I had some better fried eggs, and I remembered to add the turkey this time, and so this really hit the spot.
Breakfast today, I'm gonna do part 2, or like a 2.0 of my breakfast sandwich. So I remember to add the turkey to it this time. And I was also kind of thinking of maybe some avocado. That might kind of help. And this one, I like it when the egg's like a little more runny. This one, the egg's like a little more overcooked, but I use a different oil so it wouldn't stick as much in the pan. So now I have like more even distribution of egg on my sandwich. So it's an imperfect process, but it's still super tasty. And I'm really looking forward to this. I'm going to have this, and then I'm gonna go make some coffee as well, and just enjoy my breakfast. So I'm gonna actually make hot coffee today, which is rare. So I used this iced coffee pod to make hot coffee, even though I'm not gonna put it over ice. But I have that for my Nespresso. And then I'm gonna add the last of this milk. I just got this hazelnut powder from Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. I'm gonna see if I can do like my own kind of coffee. And it says I need to add a 1/3 cup, which is this, which seems like insane to me. This is like so much. So I think I'm gonna start with half. So I'm gonna do like half of a 1/3 of a cup. Well, it still seems like so much. Am I like the baristas at Coffee Bean now? It smells good. Honestly, it might need a little bit more powder. I'm kind of surprised. Flavor is good. Definitely. I like the flavor. I like that it's my coffee bean hazelnut, which I love so much. Maybe I like it because it's hot versus iced, but I'm gonna definitely drink this while I get on with my day. So far, that's good. That might be my new way of making homemade coffee. So we are gonna make these almond flour banana muffin mix by Simple Mills, and it's gluten-free, which we just found out that Eric needs to eat gluten-free. So it just uses eggs, water, oil, and you put it in some muffins. I'm gonna add some chocolate chips to it. So we'll see how these turn out. Do I look different? Well, I did my hair and I'm sitting here having lunch with Miss Summer. She just had some blueberries and applesauce, but that was not on my lunch menu today. So the problem with the dinner that we had last night is that it doesn't have a ton of leftovers. So if you want that same thing for lunch the next day, you just kind of have to make it all from scratch again. But we did have some leftovers. I made some mac and cheese for my daughters, and then I just literally cut up some hot dogs and have hot dogs and mac and cheese. And when my husband eats that, yeah, really. When he eats hot dogs and mac and cheese, he'll eat hot dogs and he'll eat mac and cheese, and I eat them together. So that's my really healthy, really whole foods, unprocessed lunch today. You want to try? So it's about 3:40 right now, and I'm still pretty full from my lunch, but I'm gonna run out and do an errand right now, so I needed a little something. So we made these gluten-free muffins earlier, so I'm gonna have one of these. And the final decision is that it's really good. It's actually pretty good. You wouldn't realize that it was gluten-free, but it needs a little more flavor. So if we did it again, I'd use that same mix. I would add the chocolate chips again, but I would also add like a banana, like a mashed banana or something. Keep it a little more moist, a little more banana-y, and it would be perfect. I definitely would make these again. Now it's a few minutes later, and I'm also gonna grab this Alani. This is the mimosa flavor, which is orange basically. And yesterday I hit like a wall about like 4 o'clock. I was yawning. I got like 9:30 at night. I was like passed out, ready for bed. So I don't want that to happen again tonight. So I'm gonna drink this Alani. I'm gonna drink half of it. I'll drink half of it. Save the other half for another day. And this will be kind of like my little energy drink, my little sweet treat as I'm out running my errands real quick. So I just want to say, orange with chocolate is not good. Eating that muffin and then drinking that right after is like, bleh. Not a flavor that I like. So won't be doing that in the future. And it kind of reminded me of those like orange chocolate oranges, the like canned chocolate that's flavored with orange. And I personally never liked those, but other people like them, and that's what that reminded me of. And so I'm like, bleh, will not be making that choice again. So we're doing shrimp tacos for dinner, and Eric found this recipe for boom boom sauce, and I can put the link if you're interested, but it just has mayo, ketchup, chili sauce, sriracha, and a couple of different seasonings. And it looks really good. It smells really good. And we're going to put it on our tacos tonight.
So this boom boom sauce was delicious. It really just like jazzed up our tacos. We did some refried beans, some shrimp, some corn, some pickled red onions, and then I put a little bit of lettuce as well, with the boom boom sauce on top, and it just really jazzed up a super simple dinner. And of course, we had dessert, and they have gluten-free Oreos, which is a 10 out of 10. Can't even tell the difference.
So my voice. So I shouldn't have gotten coffee, but I got coffee because I love it and it's so good. And I only got it twice so far this week. So this will be my little Friday treat. My hazelnut ice latte from Coffee Bean, got my Java sock. And I put the collagen in it again. For some reason, I've only been putting it in this coffee. So when I start making more coffee at home, whether it's like hot or iced, I'm gonna start putting this in. I feel like it's not an everyday thing. When I used it for like a week straight, I got like this pain in my side. So I don't know if it's like related to that. I do want to keep trying it. So I'm hoping that I can take it every single day. So I am starving today for some reason. Dinner did not keep me full. And so this morning it's 9 o'clock and I have my breakfast made. I did a scramble on purpose with bacon, some leftover bacon that we had. I just like crumbled it up. And then some cinnamon rolls because my 4-year-old asked to have cinnamon rolls for breakfast on Friday morning. And how could I say no? So I just did the pop can cinnamon rolls, my scramble, and then I kind of figured I should have something like fresh and nice. And I don't really like bananas, so I didn't want a banana. And then I pulled out this grapefruit cup, and I think I'm gonna give this a try. Just do like a little bit of something fresh in my breakfast. So again, not the most appetizing, but I basically just made like a little bowl with last night's leftovers. So it's, yeah, just everything from last night, instead of being in a taco, it's just in a bowl. So the problem with that lunch is that it didn't fill me up. There wasn't enough of the leftovers there, so I'm still hungry. So I'm gonna eat another one of these gluten-free banana muffins, and hopefully that will kind of hold me over for another like 2 hours until I have like a snack. I usually do like an afternoon snack, so I'll just have this and then we're gonna go out to dinner. So let's see, it is 3:48. So I'm having my afternoon snack, apples and cheese again. And then the last half of the Alani Nu that I opened yesterday, little pick me up. And also it's a good thing I like to drink it instead of water. And then I also got my nails done. So my nails look different. That is why. So we're gonna do a protein smoothie, and this is the protein that we use. We like some sort of berry flavored protein, but this is just the brand that we have right now. We have some frozen fruit and then some sort of juice, and always just orange juice, but any kind of juice that you have. And then yogurt. This one we like because it has like the extra protein in it. And then we use this Ninja blender as our blender. We like this a lot easier than like the old-fashioned kind, and just mix it all together and turns out pretty good. We are gonna go pick up the girls and go to the park. So dinner's gonna be a little bit later tonight, so I'm gonna have a Lara bar real quick. So I feel like it's been a little while since I caught you up. So on Friday night we went to Blaze Pizza for dinner, and they actually have a really good gluten-free crust there and are really good about like switching their gloves and helping with like any cross-contamination or anything like that. So I got a sausage and onion and pepperoni pizza. Saturday we just made a super easy, our normal weekend breakfast, and then we worked out, and after a workout we made a smoothie, and then had some leftover Blaze pizza. So after that, my stomach started to not feel so great in the afternoon. I don't know if it was the leftovers or if it was the smoothie or whatever it was. So at dinner time, we ended up making a gluten-free stroganoff. So it was gluten-free meatballs and then gluten-free pasta and some really good sauce and everything. So I had a small portion of that for dinner because I wasn't feeling the best. And then had a couple Milano cookies around bedtime. And then today is Sunday and it's Easter today. So I have my little springtime cardigan on, and we went to my sister's house and she made a really great little frittata for breakfast. Again, gluten-free because there's no crust, and some fruit and bacon and you know, a bunch of Easter candy as well, which is super good. And then I had last night's leftovers for lunch today. And then we have a really good meal plan for dinner tonight. And that'll be my last one for this video. It'll be a full 7 days. So our last dinner is this chicken with avocado corn salsa. And we tonight just use this like frozen chicken, like pre-cooked chicken that you just warmed up. But lots of times we'll just use like whatever chicken breast we have. And then it's like a little salsa with corn, red onion, either tomatoes or peppers, avocado. And then you just use a little like lemon juice to make it like creamy over some tomatoes. And then I like to eat mine like this, but Eric likes adding cheese and refried beans and then putting them on a corn tortilla and making like little tortillas out of it. This is, we eat this like every other week. So if you've watched this far, please leave a comment down below with the pizza emoji. So I know that you made it all the way through what I eat in a week.